What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about 5 questions that the narcissist absolutely hates to answer. They will say anything to avoid answering these 5 questions. Number 1, why do you offer people gifts so early on meeting them? Why are you always catering to strangers? If you ask this to the narcissist, they will say everything but the real reason why they behave this way. Because there's no other way around giving you the correct answer, which is I have to love on them. I have to kiss up to them. I have to get them where I need them to be, to get them to play the game that I'm about to play with them. And of course, the narcissist is not going to give you the answer, the real answer as to why are you always buying things for people who you just met. Then on top of that, the people who they are buying stuff for, catering to and trying to, be such a people pleaser too. These people, they just met them. So they're kind of sidetracked by the fact that you're showering me with gifts and we just met like 5 minutes ago. You don't even know me, and you're doing such nice things for me. So what the person is thinking is that, oh, well, that's so nice of you. And then, they got them locked in to that first reaction as being a nice person. So that's kind of how they start off the mind games with the love bombing and buying gifts for the person, because they know the reaction that they're going to get is, you were so nice. When we first met, you used to do this for me and you used to do that for me. So that's one of the things that narcissists hate to answer is, why do you do that? Number 2 is, why can't I choose? Why can't I be in the lead? Why can I offer suggestions? Why is it always you who have to offer the suggestions? Why do you always have to come up with the ideas? Why do you always have to be in the lead position? Why we can't take turns, switch it around a bit? Why can't I get a turn? The narcissist, they cannot answer that. Now, they may say, okay, but if they agree to it, it doesn't necessarily mean they want to. They don't want to follow your lead. They don't want you to choose. So they might find an excuse not to participate. They'll sit it out this time, or something just came up all of a sudden and they can't be available for you because they refuse to give you the moment to be in the lead position. They refuse to play, the role being on the back burner. To them, that's losing, and people are not going to notice me. So I just can't put myself in that position. That's how the narcissists think. That's not what it is, but that's how they think. Number 3 is, who hurt you? Because at some point you're going to realize that something is really wrong with you. Something has you so bitter and, vengeful towards others. You hold grudges and you're always bringing up things that you hate about a person, like if they've done you something, but you never point out what they have done to you. So it's like something had to happen to make you this way. That's something that the narcissist cannot answer. If anything, they're gonna tell you bits and pieces of what they want you to know about the person just to make them look bad and to play the victim. Narcissists must be the victim of all their circumstances. They can never be the villain. They never caused it. They're never the reason why you left them. But they want people to know that you left them, because they need people to feel sorry for them and to look at you as being a bad person. So that's why they will never answer who hurt them, because no one hurt them. People just decided not to deal with them anymore for whatever reason, which is usually because of their toxic behavior and how abusive they are. And they may or may not be aware of it, which I think that they are aware of it. But of course, they can never answer that. Number 4 is, why are you still dealing with people if they are so bad? If this person has treated you so bad, why do you still deal with them? 1 minute you speak highly of them, but it was just like yesterday. You cut them off. You hate them. They did you so wrong, but you never really pinpointed out what exactly happened. Now today, it's so different. Today is just something about you that makes you just, you're just like, you're so into them to the point where you feel like you owe them, you owe them something. I notice this about the narc a lot. It's like 1 minute they devalue. The next minute they're love bombing. They're buying you gifts. They're sucking you back in. But you never mention, like, why did you change your mind to begin with? And I mean, it's just the same old repeated cycle of behavior with the narcissist. Number 5 is, why are you treating me this way? Now, narcissists will never be able to answer why they mistreat you. And they hate when you know what they are doing. They hate when you are aware of the sneaky tactics. So what they'll do, it's just pretty much deny it. They'll deny it in your face. They will tell you to your face 5 minutes after they have done something to hurt you that they didn't do it. Then they'll just quickly get off the subject and just try to make you sound like, you're making things up. You're delusional. They want you to believe that maybe you're just overreacting. You're all in your feelings. You're doing a little bit too much. And this is why, I can't deal with you. And that'll make you quickly forget what it was that you had just asked them. Like, you just asked them, why do you treat me this way? And then you forget why you asked them that, because they have took you on this old crazy psychotic ride. And you just, now you're just making up things in your mind just to please them, just to give them the answer that they want. And that is, okay, I'll deal with it. I understand. I'll give you a second chance. So that's why narcissists, they play mind games with you like that, because they already kind of know your response. They know that you're going to start to flip it around and blame yourself for how badly they treat you. They know that you're going to almost beg them for forgiveness for hurting you, for you, calling them out on it. So those are the 5 things that narcissists absolutely avoid answering. They hate to answer those questions. So if you have ever gotten those type of response from a narcissist and it makes you feel confused, that's probably why. Because the narcissists love to play mind games. They want to confuse you. They want you to think that you're the crazy one. So if y'all have ever experienced this, leave your comments down below. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. What's going on, y'all? Back with the second half of this video. I want to talk about why the narcissists use the new supply to attack you. Now, there are 2 reasons why they would do such a thing. The first reason is because they know that they can use that person because of that person's character. They know that this person is kind of rough in the way that they approach you, in the way that they communicate with others. And so they can use this new supply as a watchdog to kind of bully you, to kind of corner you, or shut you up. That's why the narcissists, they use different people as different sources of supply. But at the same time, they still use everyone, equally, just for different reasons. And one of those examples are, say, for instance, you're in the workplace and the boss has assigned you to something that they usually assign a narcissist on. And so the narc, they feel like that they start to feel humiliated. They take that as an injury. And the reason why the boss has done this is because they're going to put the narcissist on a different assignment to help someone else. And, the narc, they'll never look at it like that. If that's not a shot that they called, because they can't call the shots, they feel like you're taking away their privilege. And the narcissists, they always want to do things on their own time and their way. They are very inconsiderate of other people's feelings about things, and they take everything personal. They always get offended over things that they shouldn't even get offended of. And so when they feel like you have taken something away from them, even though you haven't, it's just a part of the job. Like, don't look into it so deeply. They're going to start to feel like you're kind of taking their spotlight, and you didn't even ask for this. This is just something that you were assigned to do for the day. So what the narc will do is go to the new supply and complain, and they will turn the story around and completely lie about everything that happened. And they will tell this new supply, this particular supply, who's always just want to be the person who has a lot to say. They want to be the big and bold one, and, just always doing the absolute most to threaten people and constantly remind people how big and bad they are. The narc will go to this person to complain on the fact that you have kind of taken over their position for the moment. And they know by doing this, they can get this supply to come at you. They know that the dog will bark at you because they have trained this dog to be the watch and to protect their territory. And the moment you step on their territory, the dog has a right to, come at you to protect the narcissist. And I'm just saying dog because that's how, your animal, like I have a pit bull. And if anybody dare to come in my yard, the dog gonna do what the dog do, especially a pit who's protecting their territory. They're protecting their owners. They're protecting the property. And that's why I'm using that example, because that's what narcs do. They know who they can use to be the watchdog for their property, the property that they have, made up in their mind that they own this and you can't take this away from me. But the boss has the power to do that. But the narcissist is not going to approach the boss, in a way to check them. Like, why did you do that? They're not going to do that. So what they do is play all type of mind games as usual, dirty, wicked mind games. And they know who to go to attack you, to approach you in a way. And a person come at you blind about the whole situation. So you can take that opportunity in that moment to expose the narcissist, or you could just let it be, because sooner or later, the truth will reveal itself. That happened to me at work today. I did not have to say a word. I could have easily said, well, first of all, because the person was so disrespectful and out of line, it took everything in me. And that just goes to show how much this narc abuse really strengthens a person who goes through it. It took everything in me to just keep quiet She went to someone and told them, she was assigned to do this or that and the other. And then the person was like, boy, I tell you, these hoes so jealous. I'm sick of jealous bitches. And she went off. I'm telling you, that's the way she was saying it. And I'm like, so I guess I'm the jealous. I guess she's throwing that at me. She's not being direct, but she's being loud enough because the narcissist, that's what they wanted her to do. Like, that was perfect for the narc. The supply really delivered and gave the narc what she wanted in that moment. She wouldn't be direct to me. She wouldn't be direct to the boss because she knew that it was all a lie that she had made up to get this new supply to attack me. And the new supply, of course, a lot of them, they feel like they're the hero for the narcissist because that's the narrative that the narc set. They always play the victim and they play innocent and they suck you in again. They suck you in through the love bombing so that first reaction you have of them is a long lasting reaction. That's all you're going to ever think, first impression of the narc is this good person. They're very kind hearted, giving, and they wouldn't do such a thing. And then they paint a bad picture of other people, and get, they try to stick it to them and make you really believe that the person is that way based on a narrative that they have recently set up. So I didn't have to say anything. And you don't have to say anything because a lot of times, again, the truth will reveal itself. So the person was just going off, like doing a whole lot of barking and talking a whole lot of noise for nothing. So my boss, she asked her, like, what's the problem? What's going on? And she just told her. And she said, no, I put her on that. I told her, she set the record straight. So the narcissist made a complete fool out of the new supply. And what the narc thought that she was accomplishing, she didn't. That's why I said it took everything in me not to say nothing, because that's a natural human reaction to feel away when someone is constantly bothering you, picking at you, harassing you for nothing. And then it's all a lie. They know it's a lie. The new supply, they're easily manipulated. They don't know what's going on. And then you got someone else who knows the truth. And so once it was all put out there that this was a lie and it's not like that, so you should just chill out. The new supply, they felt like a fool. And they just, it's like a dog with their tail tucked. That's what she did. She couldn't do anything but go and hide and get quiet, And the narcissist, they don't care. They don't care about the person being humiliated, the person who was just sticking up for them. They don't care because she thought that what she was attempting to do, her whole plan to, attack me, to hurt me, would fall through. And it didn't. It didn't work out that way. So that's one of the reasons why the narc, they use the new supply to attack you. It's because they feel threatened by you and they can't approach you because they know that in reality, because this threat, they made it up in their mind. In reality, there's no logic behind it. So they're not going to be bold enough to approach you with it in front of the crowd. However, they will get the new supply off to themselves and fill their head with a bunch of lies and prep them up and groom them up to attack you. That's the second reason, why they do that. They feel threatened. So they create a character that they need to be the hero. They create a narrative. They set the stage. They're always putting on a show. So I'm proud of myself that I never respond. I see and know everything that the narc is doing, but I will never give her the satisfaction as to respond to it. I will never do that. I will never react. Some things I respond to because I have to, but I'm not going to give her a reaction so she can get that out of mind. And I'm just telling y'all, sometimes you just got to sit back and let things just work itself out and you'll come out on top all the time. Just don't fight with the narcissist. Never go toe to toe with the narc. Don't confront them on things. Sometimes you just got to calm yourself down, collect your thoughts and think about, best case scenario that it'll work itself out and it'll come back around to bite the narc in the butt. If anything, the narc owes the new supply an apology. She don't owe me an apology because I already know that she's not working with a full debt, but I don't expect the narc to ever do that. But that's just something to think about. So leave your thoughts down below on that. Thank y'all for watching. And please share these videos. Please share these videos. I want to thank y'all for always being here and I'll talk to you soon.